All right, everybody. I am, as you guys know, we're here in Ghana, having a great time, and the brother that you're about to meet is extraordinary. He's a bishop out of Denver, and sir, could you share everybody your name and your not your African name? I know we still practicing that one.
You're working that one. Right?
Yeah, and what church you represent?
I am Bishop Jerry Dimmer out of Denver, Colorado. My home church, I pastor the Absolute Word Church. I am also the president of the Greater Metro Denver Ministerial Alliance.
All right. And so, first of all, how have you enjoyed the trip to Ghana?
The trip to Ghana, my brother, has been a life-changing trip. I can't remember when I've ever enjoyed a trip more. And I'm 64 years old and have been to many places, but I can't remember ever enjoying a trip as much as I have enjoyed this trip.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I travel a lot, and I was like, I think this might be my favorite trip. And my fiance was like, really? Because we taken some pretty cool, some epic trips, but this is amazing. So what do you think made it epic for you?
For me, on my wall, I have a poster of Genesis 15, 13, 14. And I got a title above that simply says, it's our time and it's our turn. God had made some promises to us from Abraham. First of all, this was not by mistake or an accident that we went over to America in chains. God already knew that was going to happen. But God said, I'm not going to leave you there. I'm going to come back in 400 years. And so this was so important to me because we started celebrating at the beginning of the year. But the date is August the 20th, 2019. The 400 years were expired and over. So to be able to come back here and be a part of the Royals and celebrate what God said was a new beginning for us, man, that we call it, the old school call it the cat's meow.
All right. Well, Pastor Dimmer, right? That's the
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dimmer, Pastor Dimmer. I love what what potential is represented, by our churches in terms of becoming economic powerhouses for the community. As even though many churches already are, but I think there's always work to do. What role do you see in terms of how the church can facilitate cross-cultural trade that is beneficial to those in Africa and beneficial to people back home?
Thank you for that question, my brother. Big time can the church play a major part when it comes to trade, economic development, when it comes to youth and what's going on with our young people, because the church has always been the center of the community. They come, me being the president of the Ministerial Alliance, I got the mayors come, I got the governors come, they want to come and get an endorsement from us because they know the most powerful thing there is the church. The most influential thing in the community is the church. Yeah. The pastor's going to go back to a congregation. Some of us got 70 members, others got 700, some got 7,000. And they're going to be able to go back and talk, and they're going to look at that pastor and say, we're listening to you, pastor. So with me being here and with other ministers that has been here, this very influential pastors like Dr. Jamal Bryant that was here, we're able to take that back to the church and say, let's put our resources together. One of the things that churches do, most of them trust their pastor. So then we want to tell you about Ghana. We want to tell you about our experience. We want to tell you about opportunities we as church people can do to plant businesses in Ghana, and then guess what? Everybody prospers.
All right.
If one go up, we all go up.
I love it. I really like that a lot. I like the idea because I think because I hear my daddy's a pastor, but I hear all the critiques of the church one way or the other, and when I hear the critique, it's almost like the way I respond when people talk about, say, a soldier, is I say, okay, let's really refine that a little bit so that we're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. There's thousands and thousands of churches doing different things, so you can't throw out the black church because that's a very powerful and important institution in our community. And I think that one way you've addressed that critique is the fact that you've discussed, because I think a lot of people view the church as, okay, the pastor's going to do well and the community's going to stay poor. And we know that does happen in some places, right? But you're talking about a model where everybody's winning, everybody benefits, everybody goes up.
Absolutely. And thank you for making a distinction on, you guys, some churches got mega churches, whatever, and if the pastor driving Rolls Royces, and people want to take that and then they want to make that stereotypical of churches or pastors, when the fact of the matter is 90% of the pastors struggle every day. Or, a pastor like me Even though I was with my brother 25 years as assistant pastor, I've only been pastoring my own church for 12. I was with my grandfather, then my brother. Well, in 12 years, I've never even taken a salary. I've never taken a salary in 12 years. We take that money and we put it back into the ministry, back into the community. We fed 8,000 people in 5 years at my church, because that's what we really believe in. So I think that if you have a lot of pastors that feel that way, so if we're able to go back and motivate, see opportunity. Look, the opportunity we just seen in Ghana. That says, listen, we're going to build. Come on, what's Black Panther City?
Wakanda.
Wakanda in Ghana. You know, I think it will inspire our people. They'll say, let's invest here, and you have ownage here. Be able to put your business here. Not only that, but exports. Be able to get the products, pure products from here. That's going to benefit the church all the way around.
Yes. Wakanda, and I, people tell me they want to build Wakanda. I say, well, I actually kind of like Zamunda from Coming to America.
Yeah, I like Zamunda too.
Zamunda is pretty good too.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much, Pastor. I appreciate your time, Pastor Jerry Dimmer, and your name of your church in
the Absolute Word Church.
All right, out of Denver,
Colorado.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much.
God bless you. Thank you.